Good morning. I am higher vibrations, and so are you. And boy, oh boy, am I excited for today's show. This is always so much fun to connect to like minded people who are in this awareness and just the fact that every time I connect with both of my guests here, I've always just felt so uplifted and uh, able to do the next thing a lot easier once we've gotten into
Oh,
that joyful state. So I always get really excited to even talk about the densities. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I have Sharmony and Sven. Thank you, or should I say Sven and Sharmony?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
SNS, girl. We go by SNS. It doesn't matter which one.
SNS.
Thank you. Yeah, all good, all good.
Uh,
Well, welcome. How are you today?
Thank you. We're fantastic. This has been just a lovely day. And how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm pretty good. But yeah, for sure, feeling some real it's we're in the middle of a spike on the Schumann. I don't know if you guys saw. Like it's like really strong energy coming in right at this moment. So
Perfect.
I always feel elevated during those
Yeah,
moments.
yeah. You know, the sun is going through an 11-year cycle at the moment. It's a peaking cycle.
Yeah. You know, the
Yeah,
solar maximum.
You want to tell us
yeah.
about that?
Do you want to talk more about it?
That's all I know.
It's probably all he knows. I'm like, oh, honey, we've known about the
Right.
solar max for
Uh,
some time now. And it's
Yeah.
gone.
Well, it's always fun when someone talks about it. So yeah, sorry,
It's
go
so
ahead.
sweet he brought
yeah.
it up. And okay, so
Yeah.
it's been just beyond words at this point, everyone. I just want to say that we could never have known. We could never have had any idea of what we were in for. We
Wow. Yeah.
just
Yeah.
had to go through and are going through, but we're mastering, right? I mean, I kind of laugh, Mila. I watched a bit of our video from January. It was January 15th of this year. It feels like years ago. And I said,
I
"Oh,
know.
sweetheart," listening to myself, I said, "Oh, sweetheart, you have no clue what you yet still have to go through." And I say that with deep honor and
Wow.
compassion
Yeah.
and reverence for us as the human. And I just want to say,
Yeah.
like, honestly, at a loss for words for how much, like, this does not, it was just bang, bang. And the last 2, 3, 4 weeks, it was like you get
Oh,
hit so hard so many times that we were kind of like "Blah, blah, blah, blah," like a cartoon character that
Wow.
just
Yeah.
is like, bobblehead. Like you learn to be a bobblehead, and so you're a little more flexible because you get it was some of the stuff was so shocking and just so like one thing after the other that you literally had to, after you have the meltdown or you go through your triggers, whatever needed to come up and needs to come up, you just kind of sit back and go, wow, I don't really have a choice at this point other than just accept. And there's some kind of maturation, I'm going to call it. It's an emotional maturity that comes through being beaten up like hell over and over. And when you think it can't get worse or you think you've gone through it, oh, that's the best part. You think, I'm okay now. I've handled so much. Like we were like, and then just more comes at you. And honestly, all I can
yeah.
say is at this point, especially after equinox and this weekend, we are all at a higher frequency and
Yeah.
it is easier. And we're starting to laugh a bit after like a lot of wow, just shock and just, it's so
Yeah.
many things, right?
Yeah.
So many things happen. It's hard to even remember, but that serves too. It keeps you in the now. So Mila, we want to ask you, like, how did you find it on the 22nd, on Monday, September 22nd, after the weekend and after the eclipse portal? I mean, we're still in these potent, supercharged energies because they last a few
Yeah.
days, right? After. But did you notice a
Mhm.
difference? We both noticed a lightness on the Monday. And I had other friends who aren't even aware as aware as us who were saying, "Oh, I just know everything's going to be okay." Even though I'm going through hell
Mhm.
right now, I don't know what's going on with my relationship or whatever. And we were there. I'm like, "Oh my God, we're not even going to be able to do the show with Mila."
Yeah.
I don't even know if we're going to
Not
be
even that long
together.
ago, yeah.
Well, last week, so we had to reschedule with Mila. Well, I was intuitively guided. We wouldn't have been able to do the show on the 17th because we were in a.
Right. Right. And that makes a lot of sense too. The 17th was a big day.
Well, thank you for saying that.
With that week was a big.
Last week.
Yeah, that was intense.
Last week was crazy. And then it just, but honestly, there is something about that other side. It is when you get there, there is this lightness and yeah, we're just experiencing that and a smoothness. But how about you, sweetie?
Yeah.
What have you been seeing? How are you?
I noticed an immediate shift in myself in the world that I exist in, and at the same time was noticing that those around, like, I guess you could call them muggles, non-magical folk, right? Like the people who don't really know what's going on, they were upset.
Wow.
Like I heard there was a lot of angry voices on the block, inside muffled houses, kind of, there was a lot of this kind of energy coming up. And I found it to be kind of like whack-a-mole with transmutation bubbles. You know what I mean? Like sending love at stuff to kind of calm it down, mostly to kind of keep my energy where I'm at, happy. And then it ended up being a happy result because everyone calmed down the neighborhood too. You can hear them. It worked, and it's cool to see it work. But at the same time, you get exhausted from like clearing the energy around you. At the same time, some type of transition happened. And in the window that you're talking about, like, so on Sunday, they were telling everybody in America that Monday was the equinox.
I know. I kept seeing weird posts about Monday equinox. I'm like, what?
I know. And I was, I noticed there's a handful of people who reached out to me on Monday that were like, I missed the equinox because I thought it was today. And like, we're really upset and stuff. But like we had, a new moon, we had a solar eclipse. We had, all of this stuff all on the equinox. Plus we were, a bunch of conjunctions were happening and stuff. I won't read it all off. However, at the same time, I noticed those who hadn't been working or resolving any of their trauma inside were really upset. We're really struggling. So it was kind of an indicator of like, I think that the stuff that needed to be healed was coming up for people. And so those who weren't so aligned, like maybe you and Sven had been at that point just in time, I think that's why that happened.
Yes, it's why.
Usually stuff.
Yes, it does, love. And you're right. Like, here's the thing is that's the maturation, I feel, is that we're getting to this higher and higher level of our true mastery, is the isness, is not having expectations that it's over. And even if you do, that's okay. Like everything's okay, I guess, is the bottom line. It's all okay. So even you have blow ups and you think it's over.
Oh, I lost your audio. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. It's not working. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to talk a little bit and like, I want to say, I see your comments. I just here, I'm going to read this to Sharmony and Sven when they're able to hear me. I can't tell if they can hear me or not. It's okay. And so I'm just going to reach out and say hi to everybody that's here. And tell.
Okay.
Our battery's done. Sven had us hooked up to little mics. Of course.
I think they've been running too long. Yeah.
Those were cool mics, though. It's sad that it isn't working. Sorry.
No, I'm glad you said something. So I think I was just saying that it's all okay. I don't know if that part came. Okay. So you just get to this point of emotional maturation, I'm going to call it. It's our mastery returning because the master just accepts everything. Isness, pure isness, right? So we are really being made to that diamond. And I know we get sick of hearing like, oh God, more shit, more compression. But you know what? We're really getting good at it now. And it just is what it is. I mean, what are we going to do? Give up? Tried? No, not allowed, And no, thank God we're not allowed.
but it's really just understanding whatever comes up, you're actually getting to be the most brilliant diamond through every single challenge. You survive, you thrive, you transmute, you release, you let go. And you have to be empty to rise. You have to be empty to rise. What is a light body? A light body is pure light. It doesn't have shit hanging off of it. It doesn't have baggage and stories and judgments and trauma. And it's not personal. That's really hard, but it's collective, it's familial, it's planetary, it's eons of stuff. Our big kitty, this is our 22-year-old Black Buddha here. But
22? Wow.
yeah. Say hi.
For a cat, that's like a centennial, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
He's a super senior.
Yeah, he should not be here actually, but he's doing really well, and we're grateful because I call him the Black Dragon. I call him the Black Dragon because I've heard from others how cats shapeshift in the astral, and they clear and transmute massive stuff, and they become massive dragons, and who knows what else. Everything's possible, right? Who knows what we shapeshift into, right? Raymond Diamond, you know, sparkles, and just, yeah, everything is possible now. So just, I guess it's just coming more to a centering with all this, you know, and you just get through it faster, I find.
Yeah.
And it just is lighter afterwards. It's definitely a lot lighter. So what you said, Mila, before I started to answer, is that we were clearing out before the biggie of this weekend. And exactly. And we've had to realize too, it's not just us. It feels very personal. Like when Sven, you know, triggers me and I trigger him back, it feels like he did it to me and I did it to him. But it's, as we step back and calm down, and I finally feel, for me, I haven't felt supported by soul. It's felt very lonely for like 3 decades, but now I have a knowing, and I feel the love and support. It shows up with suddenly an eagle flying by, or we're in the middle of a trigger and a flock of geese fly by, and then the birds start and winged ones come out, and you have to just stop and say, oh my gosh, okay, we are supported. These are not just coincidences. You know, we know better. They're signs. So that's happening a lot more, that support. And that frequency shift, definitely, it feels like after equinox on Sunday, we woke up Monday, and there was definitely a timeline jump, a catapult. You know, there was some kind of big shift on Monday, feeling lighter, feeling more calm and more mature, more in our mastery.
There was like a softening of hearts, a softening of.
More videos gone. Oh my God. This is... Okay.
There we go.
Hold on. Can you hear us?
Yeah, you're frozen, but I can hear you.
Okay, one moment.
Let's just disconnect maybe that and go off of the laptop. This is hilarious, you guys.
No, why not?
This is live.
This is live. There we go. Now I can't hear you, though. Now I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't hear you. Okay. This is so funny. And this is just how it works, man. When the energies are in, their energies are spiking, we're going to get it. Like, I'm going to show you guys, and while they're figuring this out, because this is live right now, spike in the Schumann right now. Can you guys see that? See that spike we're in? So right here, it's like loud energy in the Schumann right now. So like you can't really, there we go. See right there? That's where we are. It's like really loud. And so
we're back.
Awesome.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh my God.
It's just completely.
It's okay. This is like a new webcam. You can see how different the lighting is, but it's all good.
Still good.
Yeah. Everything is just, frying, and that's okay.
I blame it on our cat.
Yeah. Blame it on the Black Dragon. We are we're digging it. So Sven was talking about the softening. Would you, because that was huge. Thank you for, that's exactly.
It just a few minutes ago, it came to me as like this is the shift here is the softening of our hearts, of the armor that we have up, of the things that make us say no And there's a softening, and it's saying, no, yes, I accept, I let go, I come back, I give myself. I feel acceptance instead of reluctance. I feel happiness instead of sadness. I feel like being here now, and it's soft. It's like, yeah, that's okay. This is all good. And I'm so grateful to be here. And it's like a real true feeling of what we've been talking about all along as a manifestation of that, of a softening of my heart.
Awesome.
That's what I've just been feeling.
Yeah.
I love that way of saying it. That encapsulates it perfectly.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You know, and I have to admit, I used to believe that I had a soft heart. And I guess I did in a lot of ways, but you know what? I don't think it really manifested itself in a way that it was consistently consistent. That it was actually, yeah, this is not me wanting to be something. It's me becoming something softer.
Right.
And and I'm still me, but there's just, and it shows too. It's more like, hey, can I help you with that? This is something I can do. And in its own good time too. It's just different. It's like not being focused on the self. It's like being focused on the entirety of everything and everyone.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Completely.
Thank
And
you.
that communication in energy with as turning on your telepathy, your energetic telepathy, as well as we actually remarked that a lot of people during this week have merged with their higher self. It's just what you described. It's becoming something more rather than something different or new. Exactly. You're more. It's like realizing there's another frame of puzzle pieces that go on this puzzle that you are. And so it's including more.
Yeah. I love this. This is huge. And so I was calling it a maturation, and what it is, absolutely a deepening and connecting more fully with our higher self, our soul, our oversoul, spirit coming into the physical more and more through the challenges, through the explosions, through the meltdowns, the clearings. The clearings are making the space for this high frequency that would completely burn out our bodies before, so that we're able to now be in this higher state. And the softness is like the perfect word, the softening of the heart, the armor that we all have around our heart. That armor is dissolving, and we experience quite a shift in our relationship, because those blow-ups that were occurring last week and the week before, because the 2-week eclipse portal has been exactly what it said it was going to be, and usually is, right? And more, maybe, probably more. It was really humbling, and Sven realized things. He realized that disconnect program is much stronger and deeper and bigger than he was aware of, and that it was a program representing, I feel, collective male energy that had disconnected, and then the softness and the extreme emotion that I was carrying as the feminine, and an empath, as a massive empath, and just all of the pain I feel eons of pain, of rape and trauma, of children and women, and all kinds of, and men, all kinds of things. And I know I've been both. I'm not just the victim, I've been the victimizer too. But we carried these, and so I was able to, even though I've told him before some examples, I was calmer in it, being able to express it. Therefore, he also is at a frequency where he could receive it. And he has actually said, my God, I'm finally understanding more the depth of what you've gone through with me, this disconnect. And I'm just, wow, I'm really sorry. And I'm so grateful. And I told him, he just said that this morning. It really he had to share that with me. We were out this morning. And I told him I just came across a video in my YouTube feed of a young fellow who's a spiritual guy and shares about trees and beautiful things. And he's in his 20s, but he put out a video, and it said, if you're 55 and over, but really he's talking about elders who've been on this path for a long time, especially women. And he was crying. He was so touched. He said, I didn't want to do this video. I didn't even think I could speak about this, but I see you. I see you and I feel you. I feel what your strength has been holding and caring for us. And I'm grateful. And he had tears and it was so pure and genuine that I felt my own tears, you know? And this is that softening. And then Sven speaks to me. This was just late last night while I was on YouTube. This random video showed up and I was guided to check it out because I scan a lot. And I was really touched and I could feel the genuineness and I saw all the comments. So many, some males, mostly women, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old who've been on this path for decades. We are the unseen ones. So many of us, you know, all of us have had to hold so much and do so much and never really been recognized or valued or seen. And we have now been working on and learning to recognize ourselves and to see ourselves and value ourselves because it all comes from you and you're the origin. And now this frequency jump, this deepening, this clearing has allowed the bigger parts of us to start seeing that and to hold with reverence those of us, so many of us, Mila, all you've done. And there are so many who have been doing in the deepest depths of darkness, transmutation, suffering, pain, agony, holding the line, holding the love, holding the mother frequency that is unity, that is all. So that now I find that the male is rising, that, you know, divine masculine is finally rising in the softening of his heart. And we're all have the male energies. We're all softening into our hearts. We've all had to protect. This survival has been shitty, has been horrendous. And this separation has been a fucking nightmare. If I could just speak, you know, bluntly, it has been the hells of hells. And we are now healing and reunifying and coming back together by softening and reunifying ourself and seeing ourself and recognizing our true self as soul is also coming in. So, wow, magical time for us all, really.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I love the just, you know, how heartfelt your words are, you know, and it is a difficult time for a lot of us. We've been banging the drum, sometimes whistling in the dark to keep your spirits up, you know, like it's been something that for so long we've learned to do this or expected to do this on our own, and now all of a sudden this added part of this component of community that there's such a crave for it right now. There's at the same time pulling back from those who aren't in awareness or practicing in some way their spiritual evolution. You know, they don't have to, you can still that, you know, have a good time and be in great energy sharing with someone who, you know, regularly attends church and does those types of ceremonies and stuff. They're in alignment if they're evolving with intention, you know, but I'm talking about those who just aren't. I just can't. Going to the store is so much work for me just because these mixed energies are there right now, you know, and for that same purpose, that at the same time, though, we are drawn to one another in a way that's different than it's been in the past. You know, like this community, the translation is communication and unity, by the way. That's telepathy.
Yeah, I love
Community
it.
is telepathy. And so we're turning on our telepathy. By the way, before I forget, I got to say this. Just a while ago, talked to you guys and said, really looking forward to this. I adore Sharmony and hey, Sven. And then she also says, I've been loving your Diamond Heart transmissions on YouTube. And this gives me the opportunity to give you guys, hey, she has a channel. Our Diamond Heart 888 here. You see her also in the lives and comments. This is Sharmony here is Diamond Heart 888. You know, so, and I just saw you just did saw part of it. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing yet. Transmission like yesterday or was it the day before? I can't even remember anymore.
No, I think it was yesterday. Yeah, just sharing. And thank you, Jess. So like, wow, I really I'm so grateful for all of us here. And I think we don't often hear from others in how we may affect, so thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Because, sometimes I do think, is this crazy? Should I even leave it up? And I still have those doubts. And then I'll listen to it later and go, no, wait a minute. Or someone will write a beautiful comment like Jess, and I go, okay, I'm glad I didn't chicken out. I'm glad I didn't criticize myself out of deleting that video or thinking I sound.
There's so many gems on there. There's just so much good information.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
listened to them more than once. They're awesome.
Aw,
I'm crying. That's beautiful.
Thank you, because this is for all of us too, to recognize that these doubts are part of the inversion and part of the disconnect and part of being in separation, and they are dissolving. They are dissolving because we're really here to be ourselves. And that's what my transmission yesterday was like. It is time to fucking take back our power. It is time to know that everything is us. And we're the ones, and we get to dream, we get to imagine, we get to pretend. I said, imagine a world where everyone can feel each other and everyone is connected. We know we're unity. It's not me, me, me. It's we, it's us. The me is all of me, and the animals and Gaia and the elementals and the trees. And we return to that nature, that life connection, that pure heart, that diamond heart connection. Our diamonds are online now. This is the new frequency. And we're really, those doubts and those stories are kind of like, just fuck it. I'm done. I'm done with the, being worried and being scared and being no energy and all of these different things. And I'm taking my friggin' power back. And we're in a period now, because it is now massive acceleration, and we're experiencing this, and I'm sure others are too, where healings, balancing, recalibration can occur so fast, can occur instantly, and overnight things could change. Just keep reminding yourself, no limits. I am source in a human heroic body, in this avatar. I live the front line. I walk in the sludgiest, most toxic, dark, traumatizing, horrific shit, horrific pain. And I am still here. And I am me, and I am stronger than ever with a soft, gentle heart, because I've learned so much through what I've been through. And now I can hold that field for others and that compassion, because I can hold it for me. Because I can hold it for me. It's about you being there for you now. You being there for you. That's what the key is through all this. First, take care of you. And then things really start to flow, because the unity is an inside job. If I'm unified with self, I see myself, I hold myself, I recognize and I value myself. I am that love. I am that diamond. I'm that sparkling, brilliant, golden source light. I'm the one. I'm the one. And you remember, and we're remembering, because it's time now. It really is. It is. We're here, and we haven't been able to sustain this frequency. We've hit this, and we knew we were here, but we were not allowed, because the distortion and the darkness was far beyond what anyone knew. This thing went sideways and beyond. It really, the fallen aspect, I feel, we took it to the max, but I feel it went way beyond, and yet we're still here. And now we know it's definitely transformed, because we have. Look how calm we are. Look how much more gentle we are. Look how we speak. Look how we feel. That is the true source in a body returning to oneness. It is a calmness. It is a calm nervous system. That is number one. And you are the mother effing one. You are. You're it.
Wow. That's amazing. Wow. Thank you.
I just love you all. I just love us, because we did something so big, something so fucking beyond, that we will know soon, but we fully can't fathom what we have done and what we're doing. You are so incredibly powerful, far beyond what you know, and you're going to soon feel it and see it. So now it's time to know. It's time to know thyself. It really is. It's friggin' time. Yeah.
How do you initiate that? I mean, I'm kind of fishing, so you can talk
Yeah.
about how to help somebody maybe in the audience that doesn't know how to learn how to be compassionate for themselves.
Oh my gosh. Totally a great question. What I'm going to say is, having tried to be compassionate, love myself, hated myself, and I think many of us forerunners, and I know Mila, you relate, we shared about body distortion and dysmorphia, feeling disgusting and gross and ugly and all of it. And then the trying to love yourself just felt like another method of failure, like another thing I couldn't do. And it just added to the, defeat. And what I will say about that, just my own personal experience, and I'll let Sven share, and Mila, maybe you want to share as well after, is I just had to go through what I had to go through, man. And it was shitty and it was horrible and it was more beating up, but I didn't die and I'm still here. And so now I'm grateful because we took it as deep and as dark and as low as you can go and stayed there for quite some time because of the soul expansion by design. It was not up to me in the mind, I would say. It was my own experience. I was not able to control that. I had to go through trying to, and eventually let go and just be love, be love. I just want to share, like, July 16th show I did with Mila. I had set it up in a corner here in the lighting. And then when I saw myself, and then when I saw on TV, I was crying. I was like, oh, horrible. I look like I'm sick. And I really freaked out. And I just want to be honest. And even Sven's like, oh my God, that doesn't look like you. And that happens a lot to me. I get really distorted on video and on camera. And it's been happening for years. And I was told I carry a massive field of density because I'm alchemized and clearing so much. It doesn't really matter what it is. It's something I had to go through, and really feeling like that's not me and I look horrible and I feel so gross, but then I had to let it go because we're also not this body. Be kind to your body when you can, when the opening comes. Don't beat yourself up for beating yourself up,
Right.
or do, and it's all okay. But I've let go of the body more because the soul and the voice and the frequency, we're moving to the light body. And this physical avatar has been through super hells, especially the last 2 or 3 years. All of us. This has been very physical. And this is now in a very physical. So I would say the last couple of years have been the hardest. I went through menopause. I went through all kinds of awful, half my hair fell out. And it just everything, the inflammation, the all of it, the extra weight, it was shocking. And I just had to breathe and accept and cry and try things, and nothing worked. And you just eventually accept, and this is where we move to the higher level of I'm not this thing you see here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not this, body. I am a soul. I'm a vibration. I'm a soul signature. I'm a frequency. And now what's happening is we are starting to regenerate. So my hair had gone super white, like in a short time, I aged, and the inflammation and bald patches here, and fell out so much. And just recently I noticed it's black. It's really black. And it's so, but there's more happening. There's a shift happening as I relax,
Yeah.
For me, there's no special diet. Do what you're guided to. Yes, I did make some changes. I started to eat more high fats, avocados. I tried sardines. I tried more meat and fattiness, butter, different things. I had to look at hormones and thyroid and all. And it's so complex, guys. It's so overwhelming. It's like I'm ordering all these crazy things. I don't know what's working or not. And eventually, when you relax, when you calm your nervous system, and it's perfect. You're perfect. You really are. There's nothing wrong, and you can't make a mistake. This is a script. This is a design, and whatever the soul wants you as soul to experience in that pain, in that hatred of self, destruction, all of those challenges is being recorded and is serving. And so when you really, it takes time, but it's faster than ever now because we've crossed the line and now it's physicalizing. It's not just energy. It's really happening. So just keep going. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep going, man. Because you know you're gonna make it. You're already made it. And then you're gonna start to recognize, you know what? I don't have to look at how old I look or how big I look or what happened that I don't look the way I used to. That's all another test of mastery. Can you just stand in your beautiful friggin' heart, in your purity, in that divine innocence? We're returning to our divine innocence, in that pure child beauty and innocence that your heart is before all the armor and the trauma and the stuff of separation, the greatest heroic journey any soul can take anywhere in any realm that you have done and are completing now. Can you just take a moment and recognize? And you are not this, and this is all changing. This is all changing. But it really is a journey that is whatever what one needs to go through, you will go through and you will make it. And it is more beautiful. It's more stunning on the other side. And it's just going to get better. It's just going to get better. This is the beginning for the forerunners who have done the work, laid the foundation to be the bridge for the rest of the beautiful souls, the heroes that we all are, that have taken this massive journey of the hell realms, the multiple hell realms that we have now literally purified and are wrapping up. So what an amazing question. Just wow. Thank you. And then please, Sven, please, whatever. He's laughing. You guys are so,
You know,
oh my
I
God.
gotta follow that.
this is not the first time this has happened. Are you kidding? You give us such gems, girl. Thank you so much. It is hard to follow something like that, other than to say like, wow. If I could say anything, I would say what you just said. Like, wow. But I will say
Tell me your journey. Share your journey. How you come.
what Shar said is so true. And you know what I've been feeling is that it's easy to conceptualize saying, I'm going to let go and I'm just going to be, and I'll be here now. And I tried that for a long, long time. And I actually thought I really believed that I was letting go and I was really being here. But you know, when it actually happens, you go, oh, so that's what it's like. And so what I get out of that is you and I mentioned this last time, which is you just don't give up. You just say, I'm going to keep letting go. I'm going to keep letting go. I let go of that. If it happens again, that's totally cool. And it will happen again. I'll be tested because we're all being tested. So I'll be tested again. But you know, I'm going to let go. I'm going to take some deep breaths. I'm going to ask Shar to breathe with me. I'll ask whoever I'm with to breathe with me so I can let go. And boy, have we let go lately. Like, wow. And what a difference it's made.
Yeah.
That softening, that letting go, it's like, okay. When you realize that nothing really matters except being here now. I mean, when you actualize it, when you feel it, it's like, wow, okay, there's the reality of it. It's real. So yeah, the other side is that I've realized too how much I've hung on to, how many programs, how many things I just did because I wasn't being aware. I was just acting out or whatever, and it wasn't really me. It wasn't really. It was just some things running like a thing to protect myself. If I'm having some food I don't want to eat, it's because I'm trying to escape from something I'm not feeling good about. Do you know what I mean? So that I accept that. Or if I'm doing something, if I'm being pouty or sad or whatever, it's for a reason and it's true. But when you let go of these things and say it's okay to want to feel that way for a bit, but you let go of it in the end. If it comes back, I'm going to recognize it. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to accept you. And I love you feeling because you're showing me where I really am, what I want to be.
Aww.
And that's about the only thing I can do to try to follow you because, man, did you say it, girl? Wow. I'm pretty lucky because I get this all the time. You know, Shar's shares are just amazing.
Oh.
And I love how you do it straight from what I say is a connection to source, a connection to the other, because it's such, I feel, truth of knowing and feeling, not of belief, but true knowing and feeling. So thank you. Wonderful.
Wow. You're making me speechless now.
Cool. I'm glad we're recording this.
Yeah. Because I feel the love, you guys. I feel all of us. Like, it's been so fucking hard. It's been so brutal here. It really has. I'm gonna be just straight up. It's been, Josie would say spiritual ICU. She's right. I love that. And thank God we can laugh because we were built for this. And it's also been the most horrible, terrible thing we've had to go through. But the other side is so incredible. We didn't know what we were capable of. We didn't know our resilience, and we didn't know how fucking strong we are. Honest to God. I mean, this is crazy. What we've had to go through has been nuts. And we're here. And we deserve, and we have earned, honestly, the most incredible, beautiful paradise. And I know that. So I'm grateful to really express because it comes from love. Like, I feel this depth of humbleness. I've had to eat a lot of humble pie, man. A lot, because you think but then when it hits you, when it's happening, you don't have any control. At least that's my experience. And so you just have to let that, I did a lot of screaming. I had a lot of pain. And with the disconnect, it brought it out maximally. And, it was just a lot. It was a lot for all of us. I speak for all of us. And so, wow, I just want us to really recognize ourselves, to really know that this was the mother effing hardest thing ever. And honestly, we did it. We did it. It is done. And we're really here now. And it is wrapping up. And the greatest, most majestic, royal, glorious, what you are, royalty is coming. It really is. And just keep going, man. Just keep going. Never give up, because we never gave up. And one thing was, I was the one who would want to run away when our triggers came up. But Sven, he never gave up. And I couldn't give up either. Once I calmed down, I couldn't give up. And so I say that because, it's not easy, man. It's not easy. Don't let, well, I was going to say, don't let anyone tell you it is, but I guess everyone's having their own experience here. So I can only speak to my own. But man, this is the hardest effing thing I've ever done in my life. Same with Sven, and same like in any lifetime. I know that. And we made it, man. We made it. So it really is time to celebrate us and to try to relax, to treat yourself with some real luxury. I call it like luxury, just like, oh my God, just be there for you. Sven helped me with the terrible, terrible crushing neck and shoulder pain that I've been having over the last 2 weeks as all these energies come in the back of the neck, the occiput, and where the Godhead is. Wow. Like, I literally said, I want to break my neck and break my shoulders. And I have a very high pain tolerance. And I had pain like that for decades, but I had worked on it. But this was new. And I was trying soaking. I tried all kinds of massage ball and then yesterday or 2 days ago, his divine male rising energy stepped up in a big way. And he helped me with just his hands and speaking, and some kind of pillars of energy came through his hands. And in a few moments, he dissolved what I've struggled with for weeks, and nobody and nothing, and me trying all kinds of stuff. It would temporarily alleviate. And then I was soaking in the sea 30 minutes, and it was still like, wow, it would come back. And this is a new level of activation that we're all experiencing with our gifts, and we are energy balancers. We're going beyond healing. This is regenerative. This is restoring. This is the resurrection. You can call it the regenesis. It's the rebirth. It's new. We're going back to our wholeness and purity, but we get to experience these helping each other, or us helping ourselves in a new magical way as these gifts return. So just wow, it's been so powerful, and this whole thing is just so amazing. And yeah, I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of us.
Yeah.
Be proud of you. Be proud of you. You fucking did it. You did something that is impossible. You made it possible. So wow.
Yeah.
Breathe that in.
Hell yeah.
Can I get a woo?
It was a lot, you know, it was a lot to, you know, each one of us came in here in our own way. I know when I had my first near-death experience at 4, I got to see it, that it looked like a table full of all these stones, and every stone represented trauma that had been unhealed, that was still somehow anchored on this planet, whether it's through somebody or many somebodies. It was here and it needed to be healed. And I remember I spent a lot of years thinking back about how cocky I was and mad at myself. But I collected a whole bunch of those stones. I'm like, all right, here we go. And I was excited, you know, here we go. And, you know, I decided to come back with all of this trauma. And right after that was when all the trafficking stuff started, you know, all this other crazy, you know, 10 years of sexual enslavement, you know, until I was 14. What I'm saying is that each one of us did this, and we did it for a reason, you know, and every day since then, I've been healing it, just as you have, and everyone here. And we don't always feel like we're making progress, because you're digging a hole in the sand. And as you cart that sand away, it fills back in to make it look like you've not made any progress. You know, so sometimes we'll judge ourselves against ourselves, you know, and my answer to the question that was asked earlier is simply forgiving yourself. And that feels like such a cop out at first. It feels like something you shouldn't even have to do, and all these different words you want to use for it. However, as soon as I started to whenever anything came up, if it was cringe, if it was embarrassing, or I felt bad, or it's a moment that was maybe traumatic and I didn't want to have been in, whatever it is popping up, I need forgiveness too. Because every one of us are really good at forgiving everybody else. And when we do that, we take responsibility in some way. Well, you know, you diminish that person's responsibility by saying, well, I shouldn't have been there, or this happened, or if I wasn't, or, you know, and by doing that, we pile all this stuff up on our plate, our breastplate. And until we get it off our chest, we are blocking this area, this heart center, you know, and so it's forgiveness and saying your name when you say, I forgive you. It's weird, but that was really the habit I found to get the edge, you know, just to get it started, is self-forgiveness.
Beautiful. That's so huge. So huge. Thank you for saying that, because I could feel the energy and the emotion as soon as you said the word forgiveness. And it is self, always begins with self. Yeah. Yeah, we had to go through and do some horrible things and experience some horrible things. And it's eons of trauma too. That's the other thing, eh? It's not just now. We're clearing everything that ever happened in this upside down grand experiment of separation. So I felt that recently too, Mila, that I was forgiving myself. I called it the blender of forgiveness. The blender of forgiveness. I started forgiving like people that hurt me, and then it was also myself, and then it was like the neighbor across the street, and it was like everyone. And it was just, I called it the blender of forgiveness, which is really becomes the cyclone of unity. And I've had that too. Like it really does. It's the transmutation, right, of all that pain. So thank you for bringing that up, because it's huge as a human. You know, we have to forgive ourselves first, and mostly, and then everyone else just kind of, it happens too. But that is so huge. And what you went through, like, so much. And I know there was way more after. It's just been challenge after challenge after challenge. Like you say, 10 years, that means 4 years old to 14. I mean, that's wow. And then so much more. I know like some of the story, but it's, yeah, you are a walking testament to what we all are, because if you can do it, girl, and I can do it, Sven can do it, and all of us can do it, you know, and we're all the heroes. Like, I'm like, you know what, soul, you don't got nothing on the human. Soul doesn't even feel emotion. It needs us.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, we're the ones going through everything. We're the ones here, boots on the ground, suffering, even when we have the wisdom. Sometimes this pain is so big, it is so heavy what you are carrying. It's overwhelming. It crushes us. And it's okay, because again, that's the heroic, and that's the expansion, and that's emotion, because we rise again. We rise again, and it's incredible. I saw so many beautiful comments. I saw Chef Deb wrote about being on her own, and after 30 years, you know, relationship, and that is huge too. That is huge, like learning to be with self and learning to be there for self, to know who am I, and also to like myself when I can, and just be my own best friend, because really I feel that's the ultimate, is like, if I can be with me and be on a joy bubble adventure, like, just imagine that, like a happy kid who doesn't have any baggage anymore. This is what we're moving back into. The keys to the kingdom lie within the heart of a child. You know, it, for me, I don't even know if that's the exact saying, but that it just rings true. So let's know that's what we're going into, returning to. Let's bring it back to our child, and imagine the adventures we're going to have with ourselves. And then the frequency, you see, is the determinator. So then my frequency at that level, then those who are part of my monad, or part of my soul frequency, my soul song, we're in these beautiful frequencies. So there's nothing to cringe at, or no one triggers, and it's all individual too. It's still your own beautiful soul signature, but with others who are in your frequency. And so we're learning all that now. Like Mila, you were saying, you know, we're setting boundaries. We're learning like what works for me. I don't have to go and do stuff I don't want to, or be around people I don't want to. I don't feel good. It has to feel good, or F it. I'm not doing it, you know, and that's power. That's your true power coming back.
I have to jump in, even though it's Sven's turn, just for a second, if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Holy crap, because you brought something up that I was kind of waiting to see if I could even fit it into the conversation, because something happened in the heavens. So, as we know, Aries is the Mars that is associated with Mars is Aries, and that it's been changing into Artemis. Right, it's been becoming, and Artemis is kind of androgynous in a lot of ways. You know, it's a balance of the divine masculine and feminine. When, like, Aries is very war and the god of war, right? You know, it is an action energy. Well, the Artemis energy is also this action energy, and it's changing. And what she stands for, her main energy is speaking up for the underdog, and usually that underdog is you, myself. And it's saying, I'm setting this clear, loving boundary for self-love and in mutual respect and love. However, don't cross that boundary. I won't give up. I'm not going to, there's no bend here. There's no give, you know, when it comes to this loving boundary I've set for myself. It's also the energy of a spiritual re-evolution that's happening globally right now, and in a lot of different levels, you know, frequencies and stuff. And this, not a comment, this 3-eye atlas, that's been something we've been kind of watching and been having fun entertaining all of the different things about it. Is it just steered again? It just, you know, a comet doesn't do that. Just in case anyone wonders. They're trying to explain it. They're like, well, maybe there was an explosion of some kind of gas that veered it off course, whatever. There was no evidence of it. They're just trying to figure it out. And now it's bullseye pointed at Mars.
Wow.
And so it's like, I feel like just like when it was going through and going to hit Saturn and all that stuff, and then it steered those 2 times, I feel like it's going to be something like that. However, that's pretty huge. You know, it's bullseye of Mars. That's saying, okay, Stand up for yourself. Be a self-advocate. Say, you don't have to be mean when you set a boundary. In fact, I've discovered in the past few years when I've been actually doing boundaries in this way, is that I had been actually in a position to cause harm to the other person for setting the precedence, not letting them know that what they were doing wasn't okay with me. That by the time I got done, I was just completely 3 years. Usually I'd go 3 years of hints and stuff. I found this was my MO. That person is caught off guard. They're like, what? For 3 years I've been hurting you? And then they get mad, you know, and then it's like this whole thing. Instead, set your boundary. Let them know where that line is, man.
Yeah. Woo! Power, girl. Power to us all. Exactly. We are in now these new energies, and we have to be our true, authentic self. We're breaking free of people pleasing, family programming, cultural programming, societal programming. You know, many people are waking up. This thing about being a slave and going to a 9-to-5 job, working in the office, no sun, your whole day is ruined. You have to wake up on an alarm and force yourself. You're not able to go against yourself. And more people are waking up to that. And that goes for all of us who have been on the path for a long time. Even we have had to compromise ourselves as part of separation, part of not being able to own and accept and hold our true power, which now that soul is coming in, higher self is merging more and more fully. We are saying, F that. I can't do it anymore. Like, we will physically get sick if we think, oh, I can manage to go to this thing that I don't want to be there, and I have to deal with so and so and that one. And
why'd you point at me?
Yeah. And you know, we're realizing if we isolate ourselves, there's nothing wrong with isolating. There's nothing wrong with cocooning, hiding out. What I said when I was on with Mila in July, I said, I'm hiding in the house. And then I realized, well, it's because I'm sensitive and I'm doing a lot right now. We're doing a lot. And so even get in the car and try to navigate people and traffic and construction and where do I go for nature and all these things, it's overwhelming. We just want to hide and cocoon. And there's nothing wrong with you. That's the beauty. We are starting to realize how super strong we are. When we were made to look like the weak ones, the sensitive, the weird ones, the ones who can't handle it. No, bullshit. It's way harder to feel everything. It's way harder when it hurts and it goes into your heart when you see a news article or a video or something's been done to an animal or a human or the land or something. And there's actually the true human is totally empathic, but balanced, because in a balanced frequency, there's none of this nasty stuff. So kudos to us, because we had to live in the hells where everything is separated and the worst shit happens to people and humans and animals and trees and nature. And Gaia, we are Gaia. We are the mother. We are life. We are every tree. We're every four-legged. We are every winged one. We are every living being on this planet. We've lost that. And we are stepping back into that power with great love. And we are guardians because we're stewards and we're the ones, we're all one. And so it is really beautiful. It is really amazing to feel that love of oneness, that nobody gets hurt ever again. No animal, no tree, no earth, no waters, no human, no baby, no woman, no man, nobody is ever hurt again, is ever in lack, is ever less than. We recognize our equal love with a gentle heart, and that is the true power. That is the true love, is gentle, is a soft heart that feels everything. So this is what we're returning to and more. This is just the beginning. So this is why I say hang in there and recognize the pain and agony and what you've had to do and are doing. and that this will get better. And the other side, because we are getting more and more glimpses, some of us know that we are bridging it for all, because we deserve the greatest break and vacation and restoration and paradise. We're fucking tired, man. We
Yeah,
were tired a long time ago. We were tired 10 years ago. We
I've
were
been
tired.
tired.
We were dead in 2012, but it's 2025, guys.
Yeah.
It's 2025 and it's physicalizing now. And Mila, the comets, all that, they're not, and you know, we know, and this is just incredibly powerful energies that are all here to show us we made it. And I know the whole cosmos is celebrating. Those on the ship, the comet, when you know, they're like, honestly, we have done what no one could do, what was impossible. So just know that everything is going to be the most beautiful, loving unity and oneness that you can imagine and more. And just never give up. You hang in there, because, man, this show is just really starting to go.
Yeah.
And we're accelerating. You know now, we thought this was going to happen last year, the year before, and we were right there. And then this thing was so toxic that more shit had to come up.
Oh, yeah.
And we were not able to sustain it. No one could. It was impossible, but we didn't give up. We couldn't give up. You see, love never gives up. This love will never die. This love will never die. This love will never die. That is what fuels the whole friggin' thing. That is what gives life to everything, is this depth of ultimate source love, which is what we are, what you are, what I am, what we are together. Together, we unify, oneness, harmony. It is done. It is done. It is mother effing done.
Wow.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you. And I got to say, yeah, hang in there. Hang in there, because, yeah, it's coming. It's coming for you. It's coming for me. It's coming for all of us. It really, really is. I'm feeling it. Yeah, I'm feeling it. I also just wanted to say, we're coming at the 1 hour mark. I was asked to do a time check.
How are you doing,
Yeah.
Mila? Because you do so much. I said, let's check in. And I know you have another Zoom, but yeah, he's my timekeeper.
I appreciate that. We could go on for longer if you want. I actually put I adjusted the Zoom meeting to start at 6 today instead of 5. So in 2 hours instead of 1 hour from now is when it's going to start. So I made it so it was possible that we could talk longer, or if you guys want to close now, that's perfect for me too. It's whatever you like.
Let's do a little more. Just feeling the love, feeling.
I'm going to just
this
have to plug
power.
ourselves in, because power.
We're going to run out of power. Sven's going to
Okay.
plug us in. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I do have something to add to,
Yes, please.
you were talking about these timeline jumps, and I find that when we get blackouts like this, see, I don't have, this is an app, so it's not as easy to share it, but you can see that the one right above my finger here, as well as here, these blackouts were lined up with what felt very much like a in the moment timeline jump.
Thank you, sweetie.
And you had mentioned that, oh, by the way, we just spiked up to 88% just now. 88. Yeah.
That's how powerful we are. It's because the love, man. It's because, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Woo. This is awesome, because you know what? This is the real deal. We're here. Sven's just going to use the loo. We're really, really here, and it's just never give up. Return to innocence. Beautiful. That's really, we are entering the age of, well, we are now. We're in the age of truth, integrity, and innocence, our divine innocence. You can feel that. You can feel that. Take a breath and your hand on heart, and just feel your own softness, your own divine innocence, the beautiful, just, baby of purity, of gold, of diamond light, of rainbow sparkle, joy, lightness, fun, playfulness, freedom, freedom, freedom. That's what we're doing. That's what we're in. This is what we're beginning. And it's huge. It's huge. celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself, because this is
It's
this
a
is
solar
over.
vibration.
Yes, it's celebration. Finally, girl.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that, and I love it. That's exactly what it is. This is end game energetics. Game over. Game over. Game over for the dark, which all served us. There's no us versus them. It's all one, playing a game, split, you
Yeah.
know, but this shit is done. And now we're really feeling it, and we're just, whatever we have to go through, it's easier, it's lighter. And just know the bridging is happening. The bridging is happening. This is huge. I feel by the end of this year, things are going to be very different. I just know in my heart, and I've really been receiving that, and it's happening. And it's happening really accelerated just since this weekend and the equinox. And so I just know yourself. Oh, you shut it off now. Yeah. I have to have a fan on.
Right. Yeah, I have one
I
right
did.
now
Let's
too.
get-
It's
You have a fan on too. I
yeah.
love I said,
It's
let's switch spots because the energy. It's good.
yeah, and that's something else that a lot of people are actually remarking on. I'm getting a lot of comments or emails and messages and stuff about like this weird fluctuating energy, heat, cold, weird like hot, cold flash kind of stuff. And
Yes.
we're talking about every age group, every gender. It's not specific to women in their menopausal period. Like I get so frustrated sometimes with like people are like, oh, well, it's got to be menopause. Well, it is statistically true that more people aware of the awakening and talking about it and doing something about it tend to be women in that age group. And so I think that it's kind of been a way that they can slide it under the door and hope that no one notices it. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but I agree. There's huge energy fluctuations. This is very physical now because we're physicalizing. So that's actually a gift. It is not comfortable. It can be very uncomfortable, really awful. And I know so many of us are going through really crazy symptoms. It's where the self-care really has to be, we're being forced. If we're having, if we're too busy, we got to slow down. We got to slow down. We got to reassess, live in the present, drop the routines, check in. And if you can't do what you've been doing, that's actually a good thing. That's the change.
Yeah.
And just start dropping off stuff. If you can't do it, don't do it. Don't force yourself. Put that energy back into you. That's the unity. That's the return to self. And that's what fuels this whole transformation. And
Yeah.
so we're really being pushed. Plus, it's very physical. I mean, we're going to a light body, we're going crystalline. Things are really happening in the body. So understanding that the hot cold is definitely part of it. I'm experiencing that too. And I had hot flashes for 10 plus years probably because my hormones were always whacked. And now I notice I haven't had that for a while, but now I get the heat thing happening, and at night sometimes, and I know things are happening.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, just don't go into your mind so much. If you can, drop into the heart, and just, let it come to you. Let the solutions come to you, because I am an overthinker for my whole life and had chronic insomnia and all kind and research like crazy. I love to learn, but it's overdone, and so I look up everything, and then you're spinning. It's just, and you carry collective overthinking and just it's a lot. And I saw something, it said more information means more inflammation.
Ooh.
Wow. Wow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bang on, because you can't relax if you're doing too much mind. Relaxation is not in the mind, it's in the heart.
Yeah.
So really, we're being pushed to let go, come into the heart, let things unfold. Trust your soul, trust yourself. I see Dawn's beautiful comment in capitals, truth, Sharmony. Yes, yes, we recognize the truth. And we are in a place of letting go. We are in a place of heart flow and soul flow. You don't have to figure this out anymore, and
Right.
you don't have to control it. And You don't have to fight for survival. You know, even if you don't know how you're going to pay your rent or, you know, your food, try to breathe into the heart and just let soul speak. Let soul move you, move through you. Let people come. Let things show up. Why don't we try to play with this if we can? It's scary. I can only, you know, I've been there in different ways myself, and I can only imagine what people are going through. But what I say is we have to face every fear now. We've got to drop fear, and we've got to know we're taken care of. We got to know somehow, some way it's going to be okay, man. We got to coach ourselves. We got to talk to ourselves, and that fear grips you. And, you know, we've had to go through stuff. Like I think in the call in January, I mentioned, you know, after our cat suddenly died, which was devastating, Sven suddenly lost his job, and we just had to breathe. And, you know, then some things sort of started flowing in. And just like a month ago, we had another big change where, you know, some income that was coming suddenly ended like 3 months before it was supposed to. And I said, okay, even though there's a bit of fear, there's a deeper knowing that this is about flow. And this is about feeling that you have to have things under control. You can't do that anymore. You got to let that go and just trust that it's going to work out. And then when the fear comes up, you breathe it and you talk to yourself. You
Yeah.
keep talking to yourself because your soul is really here now and supporting you. And just know it's all okay. It's going to work out. What magic could come in? What cool opportunities? What people? What about this whole outside thing could change like that? Because it can. There's no limits. Remember that. Source doesn't have limits. Unity consciousness doesn't have limits. There's no scarcity because there's no lack. There's no separation. So there's
Yeah.
zero fear. Do you know in unity consciousness, the beings can't even fathom what it's like to survive, what it's like to worry about money,
Yeah.
food, your home. They are shocked, and we will be shocked soon that we did that and did it for so long and
Yeah.
went through eons of this agony, because now it is all moving out of survival to thrival, and it's you. It's you
Ooh,
unifying.
thrival, thriving.
Thrival, baby. Yeah, that came to me like a year or two ago, and I'm like, we are thrival. We are unity. We are oneness. We are the one. We are the one
Yeah.
in many. We are the one. Yeah. And once we remember, look out. And we're remembering, man. And we're remembering at exponential rates now. The comments, all these things are massive implosions of light. That is why it's hard on your body. It can be hard on your emotions. Everything's got to clear so you can grand rise. So we can grand rise. So keep
Yes.
going, because it's exciting and amazing. And we're feeling it. We're feeling it.
We
We're
have,
knowing.
I want to comment on it, but I also have questions in the audience. Which one should I do?
Comment and then question.
Okay.
I
First
want
of
to hear
all,
yeah.
you know, when we, the way we've been taught, indoctrinated, conditions to interact with emotions is to observe them as they're inside of us, like they're part of your cells, that they're something that belong to you. You know, people refer to my and then add disorder, you know, or whatever it is that they've told you to call it. And a lot of times what this does is it traps it because we're not observing and letting it go. Emotion, energy in motion, it's meant to go. So if we don't observe it, it will be shoved down further and further down, like the fear that you were talking about. I've observe it, allow it to exist. You're not gonna like hold your breath until it goes away, kind of a thing. So there's something that needs to be done for it, just as you said. And I really thought that was really important that you brought that up, because there is right now fear and insecurity, feel the sensation of lack of abundance,
Yes.
shame.
Huge.
So that's root chakra blockers.
Yeah.
And then shame for the sacral chakra, this denied inner child. And that sacral chakra block is coming up at the same time as all the guilt that's blocking the solar plexus. These three chakras all are purging at the same time. And this doesn't typically happen. So people are having like almost flashback style, like kind of like end of life review almost, of just all this stuff, all of the things that hadn't been healed, observed, allowed to flow through. And, you know, it all at the same time is overwhelming, you know, and so that's the solution. Observe, understand it as separate from you. It's, you know, a passerby. You're not going to invite him in to stay on your couch for the next 9 years, eat all your food, right? So this is emotion, same thing. You say, you know, I observe you. You're welcome to go on your way. And that sucks that you stepped on my flower in my garden just now. But moving on, you know what I mean? Like, let it be and observe so it can go.
Yes, I love that. I came up with something and I wrote it down, but it said something about I am free, I let go, I let be, I am unity. And this was after a big charge between us. And we stepped away because we've learned to step away and try to give some space for both of us to center in ourselves and feel whatever each one has to feel. But this thing about you know, we have the power. We have the power. Things don't have to affect us anymore. We're new. We're returning. We're remembering. And so it's like, you know what? Let go, man. Let it be. It does not affect me. I am free. I am unity. Unity is accepting all these things, all the situations, life, people, the emotions. You don't have to fix anything. It's a stability of just calm, you know, the soft heart, the soft heart. The anger comes, the pain comes because it's purging. Then can I breathe and just, I am free. I am free. I let go. I let be. This does not affect me. And I am unity, you know? And the other thing that I had said a few years ago is I be me, you be you, we are free. So it's like I do me, you do you, we're free. And that's another thing of just let the other one be themselves. Who, you know, just let it go. Just focus on yourself more and let this freedom ripple out and let people be where they are. It's not about you. Let them be them, man. And you be you and bring your love and your frequency back in, and that will change. They'll either fall away. It's happened to us. You know, it's happening more and more now. And I just want you to know it really does translate into a calmer frequency, a calmer reality. And it is. You know, we'll sometimes see so many cars parked, but then where's the people? It's fascinating and it's awesome. And you see all these boats. Yeah, you see tons of boats at the marina. But there's nobody. It's quiet. We used to have airplanes coming in and out, small seaplanes, and people on jet skis, things we never had when we moved to this
Well,
island.
you know, even right now,
Yeah.
we're sitting in our living room with the front windows open with what is normally a relatively busy road with,
Busy.
especially with motorcycles and stuff going by. It's been quiet.
It's been
I
dead
only saw
quiet.
a couple of lights go by, you guys.
Oh yeah, you
that's-
saw the lights, the cars,
Well, it
the
reflects
road.
off Sharmony's. I've been enjoying watching the scatter of light that goes behind you
Love
when
it.
someone.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what? It used to be really busy on our
Yeah.
road. And then in May, they had to shut the road for some massive sewer construction they were doing on a main road not far from here by the sea. But so that changed things. And Sven said, I was away at the time when I came back. He's like, oh my God, it's so quiet. And then it was so like, it was like living in a rural place because it was busy here, man. And big trucks, loud motorcycles in the summer. You can't even sit outside in the front. You know, it's just too loud. But something's happened because usually back to school, it's busy and the roads reopened. And even though they're still doing some construction, the road is partially open there, but there's a real quiet. And, and in the early evenings, it's almost like hauntingly quiet. It's beautiful. And we have crickets, and we never had crickets. A cricket singing like crazy for 2-3 months, which is a frequency. That's a song.
Yeah.
that they're singing, and they come at a high frequency. So yeah, these changes are really happening. Oh, there was other things. I felt our cat that passed away yesterday helped me with my low back, which used to be sore for years, like decades. I've forgotten because it's gone. But yesterday I was a little stiff when I bent down to pet our other kitty who's still alive, Bobby. And I felt the stiffness. And then all of a sudden the other kitty, in my mind's eye, I saw him, and he had his back paws on my low back as I was bent down, sort of in a squat position to pet the other kitty. And then I moved my back in a certain way, my pelvis, and I felt a release and a cracking. And I saw and felt that kitty in my third eye, like it was a vision, it was a feeling, it was pictures being shown to me. Yeah. And he woke me up from sleep 2 nights ago. Like, this is now happening rapidly about these other realms and bleed throughs and our gifts coming. So rest assured, man, every little shift you make is going to create a big change. It's going to add up in your reality, and you're going to be blown away soon. But he woke me up in the dream, and he was glitching in and out, and he changed to a kitten, and he was all white and then he was all black. He was a black and white kitty. And then he was playing, and it was all glitching, and I was in a dream within a dream. I thought I was waking up, and it was all beautiful. It was like amazing. And that's never happened to me. I've not had that kind of, confirmation of his
Yeah.
presence. So, but there's more. The telepathy with us, I'll think something, like it's never been this strong. And Sven will go, honey, would you like a herbal tea, or would you like this sauce with your food? And I'm like, oh my God, I was just thinking of, and then he says it. But there's been a lot. There's been a lot. It's just hard to remember it all,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. We're in magical times, and this is just the beginning. Just the
Mhm.
beginning. So
Yeah.
turn off the side, right? Yeah. And don't look at the news or look at it like peekaboo, like I said in my last video I did. Peekaboo, that's okay. But please do not give your energy to that shit. The real deal is you, inside you. Don't you want to play your game? This is what I'm feeling. I'm really feeling now, Mila. And I was telling Sven, Raymond, I can't even talk. Rainbow Diamond Sparkle World. Okay, I can't
Mhm.
compromise. I tried. I'm like, man, is that too far fetched? Is that too like not real? No, it's totally real because it's in my soul. It's me. So don't let anyone tell you what's real, what's not real. This world that we exist in is the bullshit world, is the unreal. What's real is in your heart. What's real is in your soul.
Yeah.
Let that dream come out, and do not limit anything, and do not limit timelines like, this can happen instantly, this can happen soon. It doesn't matter. Anything's possible. Just keep flowing, and you will find a relaxation in yourself right where you are. And this will start to change your own world and your own bubble. And that's the magic. That's the power.
Right.
Yeah.
And density will come up. It will. I mean,
Where
and we all have it come up, like it's not a measurement of of how far you are in your awakening. Like, I know there's a lot of people who, okay, we're just coming into a respite. So the respite period actually officially starts today. And it goes until the 3rd or the 4th. And often when we are in a respite period, there's a reset of your energy, and all of your cords are cut for you. And cords, energetic cords, they're reestablished as soon as you reestablish communication in thought form or in voice or whatever. So it's not like they're doing anything against you. But a lot of people, when we have the respite come in, are startled by it and like, oh no, I don't empathically feel everyone's troubles simultaneously. I must have done something wrong. No, they're giving you this gift, and so we're coming up on it, right? We're in the eve of it, basically. So if anyone's already feeling it, please know you're not doing anything wrong. You're being cleansed of all of those ties, because a lot of us look like walking pincushions, all the cords that are coming off of us,
Wow.
Yeah. And so let yourself release them and be okay with it. You'll notice the reestablished chords and lines that will come in naturally right after. So
I love that. I
I have a
love that.
question for both of you.
Yeah.
What are your signs? It's been asked about. Someone thought that you, Sharmony, were a Sag. I know that you're not, but I didn't.
Yeah.
What you guys want to say? What
I'm
your
a
signs are?
Virgo. Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
Oh, I'm a stop sign.
Your stop sign. See, that's something I really enjoy about you, Sven, is you're always funny.
Yeah.
You know, like we're here like bawling and then at the same time I'm laughing. And I'm like, I start to feel like I'm being rude because I'm laughing while something
Oh,
but it's like
laughter
you
is-
bring the comic relief and I love that.
Yes, he does. He's awesome.
Sometimes.
No, he really does. We went through a thing where I was like, you know what? Sometimes you don't think you just throw out stuff and it's not funny. And sometimes it's annoying. But because we're together most of the time, right? I would, and I would think something's wrong with me because I feel irritated. But then he realized, okay, sometimes it's a program running. But I love his humor. And of course, he makes people laugh so hard when we're out and about. And now it's all balancing. We're balancing. So
usually they're laughing at me. But,
the challenge is I wanted to just say, you know what? I don't care. I'm like, laugh at me.
Yeah.
Let's laugh.
Yeah.
As long as you're laughing, man,
Yeah.
that's good. Because you know what? Good things happen when we're laughing and our energies go up and people. So you know what? Laugh at me. I don't care.
Yeah, when you're really comfortable with yourself, it really doesn't matter.
The happy fool.
Yeah.
You guys know that. And I used to say, happy fools unite. Let's let's everybody just be goofy and silly and crazy and fun and just laugh, because the happy fool, the joker, is the real deal. That is the real deal. You have arrived when you can laugh when shit is going sideways. And that was what I was going to tie in, is we have just laughed and we're lighter and it feels good. The last time we talked, we had a problem with our sewer pipes in the house, and we'd had a whole horrible, never had this in our lives separately or together, sewage backup, in November. The cat dies, the job loss, pipes blow. It was wacky and some other shit. And you know what? We had it happen again in so in July there was bubbling and we're like, oh God, and they came and checked, found something outside. Okay, tree roots. But then in August we had a backflow again, but it was gray water, but it was still awful. It was like all the cleaning and freaking out the water. You're like, oh my God. So and then they had to do construction 2 days of construction out here, and then separately the street construction. It was crazy all around our house, chaos, loud trucks, drilling. It was nuts. It was like holy, all during the eclipse thing. So all
during the corridor.
Yes.
Yeah, what a corridor to have, dude.
It was hell. And you know what? I'm like, oh my God, this is honestly fucking exhausting. But we just kept feeling and then coming back to it could be worse and laughing and seeing the miracles where we were protected, where it actually could have been really, really bad, and how we were warned in certain ways, but also how we're handling it. So for me, suddenly having it was a parade of loud trucks and pickup trucks and no notice. It was the town here was doing some sewer thing right outside of our house after we had bulldozer and a freeload, huge machinery digging up our whole front yard and having to replace pipes and 2 days that, then 2 days, no break. And now, and then I said to Sven, you know what? That would have really upset me because my nervous system, you can't get away. It's right outside. But I said, you know what? I can handle it now. And I'm lighter. It still doesn't feel great, but it doesn't make me cry or get angry or irritable so you're being tested. So what if those challenges come, but you are able to handle them better? And that's what you get to see through all of this. And now we're laughing. I'm going to quickly tell you to get this set up today because Sven we got a new camera, went to test out. He had some microphones. So we were going to do it outside. Then the wind gust came. The umbrella almost lifted off the table and flew off. So we had to come in. And we were trying to do it in the corner, and the lighting it looked so bad you couldn't. And then we had to change, and then we finally. But we just kept laughing. We just kept laughing, and then finally we get on, and we think we're good, and things stop working.
Everything stops working.
Unplug stuff. Yeah. But you gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh. At some point, you gotta laugh.
Yeah, thank you. Just to back up slightly with that, with laughing at yourself, that really hits me hard in a good way, because I have really bad self-esteem issues, and I could make jokes, but if a joke was made about me, it would cut me like a knife. It would really, I couldn't take it. I actually couldn't handle it.
Wow.
And now I don't care. I don't care if somebody laughs at me. I'm like, yeah, enjoy yourself. It's all good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a hurdle that all of us have to in some way get over, because that's part of the acceptance again.
It's freedom.
It becomes freedom. 100% becomes freedom.
Yeah.
When you could, like, I can say, yeah, I've got a pot belly, but I don't care. Like, I gray hair, I don't care. I literally don't care anymore.
Yeah, you just gotta laugh at yourself. Is freedom. Again,
because I can laugh, because I can think of my gifts too. I can think the gifts that I have of an absolutely wonderful, beautiful partner, a relationship. No, seriously, that's something that is such gratitude.
Yeah.
I knew what he was going to say before he said, I just felt something. I honestly, I wasn't thinking that you were going to say anything like that. And I had to just hug him. I couldn't help it.
Because that is just one aspect of gratitude that I have.
Aww.
Yeah. So why wouldn't I laugh? I go, yeah, I'm golden. I'm rich. I'm rich in abundance of relationship.
Yeah. We are the golden ones. We are the golden ones. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm gold. Because you are gold. You are gold. Each and every one of us is gold.
Yeah.
We are the golden ones. We are the golden God essence, grand order design, the creator, the architect. We are the one. We are the golden ones. We are really, I felt for years, we are the golden God race returning. We're the most incredible beings who agreed to forget. And now we're remembering and reactivating all that, as Mila talks about junk DNA. It's not junk. It's multidimensional technology, and being that we are, the light being that we are, is all returning. So I'm ready to fly. I'm ready to shape shift. I'm ready for rainbow diamond sparkle worlds. And I'm ready to play and be free, be totally free. It's amazing. Don't limit yourself. Dream, imagine, pretend, fantasize. Just close your eyes and daydream. Just what if there's no limits? Really let go of all the shit here. And that's how you change it. That's you have to become it. And you want to. You're here to remember, to be it. So just be it and know that that's how it happens. That's how we get empowered. We're the one who transforms all our reality. We're the one who remembers the child that has no limits and can dream incredible worlds in their imagination, into physicalization, into material, into form. We are so friggin' powerful. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. Love holds no prisoners.
Yeah, I love that. That's really good. It's true, and you get to be the one who decides whether or not you're going to be on this ride. Like they talk about the blue and the red pill kind of stuff, and I feel like that has more to do with, am I going to enjoy this moment, or am I going to, labor through it? And I really appreciate bringing the humor and the laughter into it. I've always been, not always, since I was like 15 or 16, I didn't care. Like, I just don't care what people think about me. Like, to some degree, I'm not going to walk around naked in the street, but I just also don't want to go to jail. You know what I mean? Like, he tried that. Doesn't work out so well. But I understand the power of it, is what I'm saying from my own experience. Just that I've always been this comedian too. In fact, a lot of people that I've known in my earlier life thought that I would grow up to be a comedian. Because it's laughing, and I had a lot more trauma back then to be healing, and the humor, the laughter is what heals the stuff when it's so thick that you can't do anything else about it. It's, you got to laugh. Sometimes crying and laughing are very similar.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I was crying one time, and then it was about it was about Dante.
Sorry,
And I was like, I was crying one time thinking about the cat that passed away, and then all of a sudden some energy came into me, and I said, "Wow, I accept this, I surrender." And then I said, "I embrace it." And then I actually said something which was crazy. I said, "And this feels good," and it was like crazy because I felt it. I started laughing where I was really emotional and crying about the loss of our cat suddenly. It really hurt my heart. But it felt so empowering because I feel the soul kind of stepped in, and the soul's like, well, you know what? I love when you go on roller coasters, Sharmony. I love this up and down. This craziness has really expanded me and has really served. And now, like I said, we're done the need for that. We're just literally wrapping up the final, whatever has to happen has to happen. The isness doesn't judge. The isness is a state of calm and peace and flow and acceptance. But what a trip to sit there and go from like to like, and this feels good. And I'm like, am I crazy? And then I started laughing because this energy shot into me. And I was talking to Sven when it happened, and I went, oh my God, this is so liberating. To feel a lightness, to feel free from the depths of pain and agony. That's what's happening to us. So just trust it's getting lighter, your soul's coming in more, your highest self, and that we are breaking free. We are breaking free. We're freeing ourselves. We free ourselves. Nobody outside is going to do that. No ETs and no Ness or Adjust or whatever the hell those programs are. I think these are a lot of psyops or whatever, these are all falsities. They're fun. They're fine. You go, oh, this is going to happen. But, we've had enough years now of like realizing, no, it's actually us. We're get to determine. It's the determinator, like the movie Terminator.
Yeah.
We're the determinator, and we get to decide because that shows you your power, man. That shows you how powerful. And now those distortions and the energy that was not allowing us to sustain these higher frequencies is gone. Yeah, I love it. Just yes, like Terminator life is gone. So we're really ready to friggin' break through and shoot up to the stars. There's no limit. So let's go, baby. Let's go. What are we waiting for?
Oh. And honoring yourself. Honoring yourself enough to be okay with giving yourself gifts is, I would say, one of the biggest and most rewarding hurdles to discover. And some of those gifts are you're worth the time. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of compliment. A lot of times we'll tally off 10 reasons why we don't deserve a kind word, and what you're doing is you're saying, I don't deserve it, and making it go away. And so perhaps instead quiet the mind and say thank you. And you don't have to say thank you for their, for the other energy that's sending it to you, balancing. It's for you so you can receive it. I do gifts to myself full of love. I do dishes before I go to bed now instead of after I wake up. And I do it. It's funny. I'm doing it like I'm doing it for somebody else. I'm doing it for the future me. And what's really weird about it is that when I then enter my kitchen in the morning, because that's the first thing I do, I'm thirsty, and like I go in the kitchen and I see that I feel the love coming off of it as if someone else did it for me. Like, it's such and that's how I get to start my day every morning now, things like this, they're simple in concept, but the power that is behind it is lasting. And, start every day the best that you can, because that'll be the frequency that you'll experience until you take a nap anyway.
Okay. I was going to say, you know what? Give yourself the space to rest, man. to rest. We tend to work ourselves to the bone or beat ourselves up to the human doing, do is a really heavy program. And as a forerunner, you're going to carry a lot of that collective and eons of that, like we're not good enough. We're actually, by existing, we are everything. And we're returning to that. Just you being alive, which isn't just, but you living and breathing here is your abundance, is your everything, is your power, is your unity, is your everything. You are the one. And we're really moving into a place of energy and frequency where we're really recognizing that, and more masses are awakening with all the light bombardment, which is leading to way, way bigger changes and accelerations occurring. And so more people are going to realize I don't have to do this stupid job and I have to, all this idea of survival. Survival is terrifying and we all know it. We've not been able to relax. So it's time to start trusting ourselves and our soul and remembering how powerful we are. No matter what's happening, you talk to yourself, you keep reminding yourself, I'm okay. I'm the one. It's going to be okay. I've got this. Soul, show me the way. Soul, assist me. And just let it unfold. We're here to play. Playing doesn't require planning, payment. It doesn't require any of this bullshit. And all of this is in the mind. The heart is just being. So we're being taught now to move into the heart. The greatest journey, 16 inches from the mind to the heart is a place of being where everything's fine. You magnetize, it flows. There's a life force moving through you that has been blocked and inverted and distorted and harvested and all these things. And that's being freed up. So just try to take care of yourself. Give yourself rest. Do nothing, and then relax. I have a little coaster from an artist across the way in the Sunshine Coast, and I saw it years ago, and I had to get it. It said, "Do nothing and then relax."
I love it.
Isn't it amazing?
People forget they go together.
Exactly. You've arrived, and that's what we're all moving to. The state of being is a state of perfection. It is our true innate, what we are and what we hold, and we are removing all that is not that now so that we can return to that. Diamond is being really compressed and sparkled and chipped away at to be just glowing, just sparkling, because that's what we are. So just remember that there's no going back. There's no going back. This thing is done and it's just collapsing now, and you are collapsing all that is not true in you. So remember that the disclosure, the collapse is inside you first.
That's right.
It's all within. That's right. And then watch the outside. So
Right.
just keep going, man. Just do it. We got it. Be it. We are it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
As within, so without, within first is always the. Hey, it's 444. That's pretty cool. The 888 girl on the screen here. We probably should wrap this up, but I was wondering. That was really good closing statements. You kind of put it all. But Sven, do you have any closing remarks before we end this conversation?
You know what? Once again, thank you for having this forum, this platform to share like this. It's really amazing. I'm really grateful for all of this. I'm really grateful to be sitting next to Sharmony while she shares, because man, it's wow, just opens my mind, opens my heart so much more. And you too, Mila, thank you so much. This is really a part of my softening, is this opening. So all I can, I keep coming back to just, wow, like Shar said many times, just keep on going, because it's worth it. It is so worth it. It's so worth it to find out who you really are, what the truth of you really is. And it will be manifest. It will show, and you'll go, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
It really is. Once you've been kicked in the head and the butt a few times, or a few hundred times like I have, the density disappears. The cloud lifts. The old programs start to really show themselves for what they are, and you don't need them anymore. You just don't need them. And the newness, the oneness, the simplicity, manifests, and it's there for you. So
That's
thank you both, and thank you everyone here. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all.
Thank you
Woo.
very much. That was well said. It was.
Oh,
We're
well, thank you.
returning to you. You're returning to you. You know,
Yeah.
and we often think it's a new thing we've never done before, but that's why it feels funky. Is that it's been a long time since we've been there. You know, and so give yourself the same grace and love and gentle kindness you would give anybody else. You deserve it too.
Oh, you're the treasure. You're the treasure of this whole thing. You are the gem and the jewel. You're the center. And that's what I'm remembering. You know, treasure yourself. Treasure these moments. Treasure the peace or the nature when you feel something just, wow, I'm here right now. I just feel this peace, or I just feel this joy, or this little bird singing, and I'm just like smitten. I'm just, wow. Treasure yourself. You are the gift. You're the miracle. You're the magic. You are everything. It is time to treasure ourselves. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Sweetheart.
We do have to get going. I do want to bring attention to this question. If anyone in the audience or maybe a comment on it later on, this is kind of a in-depth kind of answer that will be required for a question like this. Thank you for your comment, Naomi. If we could, if anybody would like to respond to it, I'm going to read it. First time live here, turning in on my work break. Tuning in. Question: as a 26-year-old navigating what feels like life, do you have any advice for trying to inspire young people? If either of you would like to take a quick crack at it, but I know it's kind of a long, and we do need to kind of wrap this up. So
I would love to just say, like, real quick,
please.
Just be you. Don't worry about inspiring anybody. Be you, and it will spread like wildfire in divine time. Put that energy back into being yourself, your true self, and let that magnetism, that frequency. I had to learn this the hard way, but it was also part of the soul lessons. And many of us forerunners tried to help others, inspire. I actually put like a lot of money, like a lot of my life savings. You know, I just wanted to change the world. So when I sold my condo, and that was my life savings, I put like almost $100,000 just to put a dollar value to it, to waking up others, providing services for free through different people who were doing this work. Franco Di Nicola is one of them, you know, and there was friends of his and Collective Evolutions group that I found in 2010. These young guys want to change the world because they had met Franco, and I gave money to Franco. And I'll tell you, all that money, you know, we tried, but it didn't do a damn thing. And I'm going to say that that's okay. Because just like I tried to do rescue groups and gave tens of thousands of dollars, like I drained my savings, I gave away the house, and that's okay because that's what I was supposed to do. But it was hard because I thought the world would change and it didn't. So if I can just help you in terms of my experience, is I had to be the change, and I just be myself. And don't try to save or fix or even inspire others. You will just have the time of your life being you, and that will do the inspiration that it's meant to do. Let go of this, the mind, and come into the heart, the joy of a child. The joy of a child is just free and being, because it's not trying to fix or save or rescue. I was a champion rescuer. There are many of us as forerunners. And, you know, I just got depleted. And time again, I got sick. I was nearly broke financially, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, every level broken. Because I tried to save animals. I tried to save people. I was at slaughterhouses. I went vegan and I got sick. So just as an extreme soul signature, I'll share, just have fun, be you, and let it flow. Yeah.
Well said. It always spills out on everybody else whenever we heal ourselves. Just Sven, go ahead. That's all you.
Oh, I was just going to say, just to paraphrase a little bit, take care, like we've all said, take care of yourself first. build your own house, build your foundation of you, and then you can help others. Until then, just take care of yourself. Because whenever you look back, doesn't matter what age you are, when you look back, would you ever say, gee, I wish I didn't have that as much fun as I did?
Yeah,
You know,
right.
you never say that. You would say, oh, I should have had fun. No, so enjoy what you can within the perspective of what you can see and feel at this moment. Just be the best you can of whatever that is.
Yeah. Just be.
And there's no mistakes. So
Yeah.
there's no mistakes. You can't get it wrong because it's soul expansion. So just do what you feel like doing.
Yeah.
And honestly, the less we attach to needing to fix this world and fix others, because the real fixing or shifting is within. And that's the projection is shown on the outside, as within, so without, as Mila said. So that's what I had to learn. And it was a great lesson because now I really know it. And I don't want to rescue anyone. You know, sometimes those old programs come and I'm like, no. You know how that goes, Shar. Don't do it. But of course, if something's right in my face or it's in my reality and a being needs some help, I'm much more balanced. And you know what? I'm happier. I feel better. When I had to save the world, when I carried the world on my shoulders, it was not a good feeling. It was very awful and stressful. A lot of crying and a lot of feeling guilty and bad and wanting to do more. And it was not enough because that's not what you're here for. You're here to unify yourself and remember and become whole and to have that reflected back into your world. You can't fix the world on the outside from the same energy that created it. You know, you have to change your frequency. It's a frequency shift. Right.
And when you change your frequency, those around you who don't evolve their frequency with you will have a natural shedding of relationship kind of thing, you know, and all of these kinds of things always seem to be sad, but they're really good, you know, and like you were saying, you reflect your outside world with your within as you assist your within. And, you know, some of the tools that really can be inner child work or shadow work, or it's the same thing. Honestly, it's the same thing. And, you know, addressing some of these things with quantum healing, which feels like morbid reflection in a way. You feel like you're daydreaming about moments that had occurred and you're going in and you're changing the script. You're saying no when you wish you would have, or you're the adult coming in, stopping the act from happening. And it seems like it's weird, but when you do it, you heal the line of time between now and when it happened. So when you are healed here, I've even had people remark, people who were there in these events that don't recall it happening the way I changed it.
Wow.
So it's like, are we really changing the past? Perhaps, you know, and the goal here though is to heal it. And as we heal, then it swells out around everybody else. Everybody else benefits from it, you know, and those are the main tools that I have utilized.
I love it. That's unity, is to unify yourself.
Yeah.
Bring all your parts back home.
Mm-hmm.
So just accept and love and just know that it's all okay. Nothing's wrong with you. And then it just starts to flow. It starts to gel more. You're not so fragmented and separated, right? Yeah. So I love that, Mila. We changed the past and future, everything in this moment now.
Yeah.
In this moment now, when we feel it and we see it as the big picture or the wholeness, you know, it transforms everything. Everything's just energy. We're getting more to that state now where we can feel it and be that energy. Yeah.
Uh-huh. I really don't want to end this conversation, but I need to. Thank you.
Thank you.
Maybe next time I'll actually get around to asking about your relationship.
Yeah, we can do this again. We have so much fun.
What I mean by that is I know you guys just went through some stuff. What I'm seeing is that there's this bond and the strength between the two of you. You share in such a way that it's as if you're sharing as one. And I find that to be really beautiful. And people often remark on it that, you know, I mean, you're going to see it in the comments later on too, when people come and see it. Everybody loves watching you two and seeing you two together. It's just such a beautiful testament to what is possible. You know, we're gonna have stuff happen. We're gonna have moments of we trigger each other, but the trigger's an activation. You know, we're doing it and honoring one another, and to see the love that you share is beautiful, and it's quite the treat for all of us. So thank you very much for being who you are.
Wow, that means so much.
Wow.
Because we both felt crazy with what we took on and together and, you know, on our own. And it's been the craziest journey and the most amazing. So the hardest thing for all of us, this awakening thing and choosing to come into the density and forget is the hardest mother effing thing we have ever done, ever on a soul level. And yet, look at us all. Look, we're here. We're here. We're right here. So we're amazing. Thank you. Thank you. It means so much to know that you recognize and you feel this energy. This is the beauty of unity. It's coming from within. It's coming from within, and we're all part of it. We're all part of it. We all hold the power.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, you guys are amazing. Well, I love you. Thank you. I of course I know at some point we'll have another show together down the road sometime. So because people always ask.
Absolutely. Let's do the celebration party show.
Heck yeah, dude.
Everybody put on their sparkles and we are going to play.
Put on your sparkles. Yeah, actually I saw your cover and I thought, man, I should have grabbed some of the stuff that we have in the room. But
you know what, next time, girl, you wear your sparkle whenever you want.
Wear my sparkle.
Yeah.
It's her stuff. I just steal it from her for a short time.
It's fun. It's so
but she's
fun.
also a Virgo too.
Oh,
so.
I remember Maddie's a Virgo too. So
yeah.
Girl, I feel sorry for you. No.
She's all fixated on the worry part of Virgo right now. She's at that point of her development. Anyway.
What is it, sweet? Sorry, sweet. She's fixated
the
on
worry.
Worry. Oh God. Yeah. Girl. Whew. That was my chronic insomnia and overthinking and worrying about everything and everyone. Yeah. All the time. Well, girl, I made it through. Your girl will make it through too.
Yeah, I know she will. I know she will.
Yeah, she's got it. You tell her to turn that worry into rainbow sparkle and just
there you go.
You know?
I love
exactly.
that.
Transmute it. Just make it into this beautiful rainbow sparkle and unicorns and dragons and disco balls.
Yeah.
We got this, Patty.
Oh, hey, speaking of in 1 hour and 2 minutes, we're starting our group Zoom call, which this week we're doing an hour later than usual. So anyone in the audience wondering, you can go find that link for that in the community section of the YouTube as well as in the Telegram group. So I hope to see you there. And thank you once again. I love both of you so much. And we will talk again soon.
Absolutely,
right.
sweetie. Thanks, everyone. Love you all.